Brandon Morio enters the ball game, the third pitcher for Vermont. 2 solid innings from Brody Shawn, who went 2 scoreless, scattering 2 hits with no walks and 2 strikeouts. Morio, the lefty, takes over, making just his second appearance. He appeared versus Westfield on the 9th, gave up a hit without a walk and struck out 1 in a scoreless inning against the Starfires. He plays for Trinity in Texas, not Hartford. Morio going into his sophomore year, and he's from Austin, Texas. He'll face Kyle Carlson, AJ Avesco, and CJ Brito Trinidad here in the home half of the 5th, with the Bees leading 7-1. The first of 2 between the Lake Monsters and the Bees. Carlson steps to the plate 0 for 2. A strikeout looking in the first and a pop to short in the second. And the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th, Carlson hits it back up the middle. The second baseman is shading him that way. Rickheim fields it and throws on a first for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out in the New Britain 5th. Rickheim must have checked out a spray chart. Had he been playing kind of traditional second base, that might have scooted up the middle, but he had him shaded that way and makes the play. Now A.J. Avesco hit a 2-run double to the wall in left center in the first inning, and he goes after the first one and bounces it foul. Avesco hit a hard ground ball to first his last time up, so he's 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in and a run scored. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Avesco. Morio, the long look in at Favretto. Doesn't like the signs he's throwing down for 0-2. And now he steps off. The pitch clock is kind of loose here in the Futures League. Now the pitch is delivered and it's popped up. Shallow center. And the shortstop, Googans, makes the play. 2 down on 4 pitches. And here's C.J. Brito Trinidad looking to start something with 2. Brito Trinidad has been on base twice today. A walk in the first and scored. And he singled up the middle his last time. It was an infield single because of a diving play by the shortstop, Googans. That's ball 1 outside. 1-0 on Brito Trinidad with 2 outs and nobody on. The Bees leading by 6. 2-0, too low. The 2-0 pitch. Brito Trinidad goes with it. Line drive to right, but it hangs up for Morini to make the catch. And the Bees go in order for the second straight inning. Vermont pitching has now retired 7 Bees batters in a row. We'll go to the 6th with the Bees leading 7-1. 7 in the bottom of the first. Vermont has put a run on the board in the 4th and the 6th. And the Bees have gone quietly the last couple of innings. Combination of Brody Shawn and Brandon Morio have retired 7 in a row. Brett Davino is the hitter, 9-1-2 for New Britain. Davino 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the first and lined out to the center fielder his last time up. He takes strike 1. Jared Wilhelm and Matthew Slayton to follow. Davino fouls it off. 0-2. Well, we've seen the Bees score early and then the bats go cold in the middle innings last week a lot. Right now, winners of 4 of the last 5. They put 7 on the board in the first. That is outside and low for ball 1 to Davino, 1-2. A curveball popped up into foul territory. The third baseman, Bryce, makes the catch. Here, just as we approach the twilight hour, that twilight sky can make it difficult on pop-ups if they get above the stadium lights in particular. That one wasn't a very high pop-up, and Bryce was able to track it. 1 down in the 6th for Jared Wilhelm, who's been on base 3 times. He reached on an error twice in the first inning, once by the shortstop, once by the left fielder. And he singled through the hole between third and short his last time. Strike 1 to Wilhelm, puts him down in the count. Brandon Morio cruising. That's off the end of the bat, a foul ball over by the New Britain on deck circle. Morio's ahead 0-2. That hit by Wilhelm was the last time a Bees batter reached. He bounces this one to the second baseman. Rickheim charges in and makes the play. Loses the hat, but makes an accurate throw to first base. 2 down. That's now 9 consecutive Bees set down. And here's Matthew Slayton looking to bring up that string. He struck out swinging. Pinch hitting for Aiden Kohal in the 3rd inning. A scheduled pinch hit. Kohal getting his feet wet with a couple at bats, and then Slayton is in there for the remainder of the game. It's 0-1 as he takes a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2 as he fouls another one off to the backstop. And Morio looks for the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Vermont pitching. The 0-2 to Slayton. He strikes him out, goes upstairs with a fastball. And Slayton goes down swinging for the 2nd time in as many at-bats. 10 in a row set down by the Lake Monsters. And the Bees' bats have gone silent as we go to the top of the 7th. Well, time to get back into our seats after the 7th inning stretch. Hello, everybody. Bottom of the 7th. Randy Brochu, glad to be with you for New Britain and Vermont tonight in the Futures League. 7-3, the Bees lead it. It was 1-7-0 Bees after 1 inning. They sent 11 hitters to the plate. They scored all their runs then, and nothing since. They've gone down in order 3 straight innings. Jack Arcamone swings and misses at a 1-0 pitch, and it's 1-1 against Brandon Morio. Back out there for his 3rd inning of work. The 1-1 from the lefty, down and away. 2-1 on Arcamone. The 2-1 pitch is low, ball 3. And Arcamone has a 3-1 count. Favretto thought that pitch crossed the strike zone. Held it there a little extra longer. The 3-1. That's ball 4. Arcamone is aboard. That brings up a string of 10 Bees retired in a row. The leadoff man on for New Britain. For Freddie Forgione. League leader in home runs and runs batted in. He's 2 for 3 today with an RBI single in the first, a ringing double to center field in the second, and a hard ground ball out to the shortstop in the fourth. Nobody out, runner on. And strike 1 is on the outside corner. Forgione thought it was off the plate. 0-1 on Freddie. The 0-1 pitch. Drops in for strike 2 on a curve, 0-2. Morio quickly gets ahead. of the slugging cleanup hitter for the Bees. The 0-2. Upstairs, ball one. A ball and 2 strikes with nobody out on Forgione. And Arcamone at first. Morio's 1-2 pitch. Fought off foul by Forgione on a curve, a defensive swing. Just to get a piece and stay alive. Another 1-2 coming to Forgione. Morio's pitch. Curveball up and away. It's not a big crowd tonight, but some of the kids down behind the New Britain on deck circle really getting behind this at bat for Freddie. Count 2-2. And he swings and misses strike 3. A big hack. Forgione comes up empty, and there's one down in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 1, Daniel Perez.
So here's Daniel Perez. 0 for 2, but robbed of a hit in the second inning on a diving catch by the first baseman, James. He struck out swinging his last time. Ball one outside. Before the 1-0, a throw to first to check on Arcamone. The pitch in there, called strike 1, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball hit to the second baseman, could be 2. Rickheim to Googans 1, on to James 2. A double play. 4-6-3. The Lake Monsters spin it. And the Bees are set down in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. The Bees leading 7-3 over the Lake Monsters. What a job by Brandon Morio to allow Vermont to kind of play their way back into this game. 3 shutout innings, 3 hitless innings, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. But after 3 innings, Morio gives way to the right-hander Xander Teeter out of